Okay, all of our stores are starting to get their fall mums in. I'm here with Joyce. So Joyce, tell us some tips and tricks when it comes to fall mums.
Okay, so you're probably wanting to choose a certain color. So each one of these, you just have to kind of go around it and look for the tag. And the tag is going to be hidden in here, but they do all have a color tag. And certain mums bloom a little bit different in time-wise, maybe a week later or something like that. So anyway, that's how you know what color they are when they're not blooming. So your next step is you want to pick a mum, and if you want a mum for shaded area outside, you want to get one that is blooming quite a bit more, because if they won't really set on blooms in a shaded area as much as they will on a sunny area. Now this would be perfect for a sunny area because the blooms will really come out on that yet. So now we're going to talk about planting this mum. So when you take this out of the pot, score this root system. Take a knife and cut through this, or just cut a bunch of it. That opens up that root system. Dig your hole twice as big as this, not any deeper. So you want to keep it the same height as this. So drop this in the hole and then just fill in with loose dirt. That's how you plant the mum. Now you can plant this mum in a pot, but to make it winter over, it's going to have to be put in the ground at least 6 to 8 weeks before the ground freezes. So you're talking like the middle of September. So if you do want it to winter over, make sure it is in the ground before the ground freezes for the winter. Now we're going to talk about watering a mum. When you're watering the mum, don't come straight on top of here with your hose. Always come underneath here and water the soil. And then you want to water it good enough so that the water is draining out of the pot, or just water it. So usually count to 1,001 to maybe 1,005 or 1,010, depending on how dry your soil is. But you want to drench them really good. And like the guy even said to me today, do I water them today? And I said, yes, it's going to be a hot, sunny day. Even though they got rained on last night, yes, give them a good drink of water today. Okay, you wintered these over by leaving everything on the plant all fall and winter long. So when this dies down, just leave it all on there. Cover it with some leaves or mulch if you can. Then next spring, this is going to start coming up right away. So like May, try to remember important dates like Mother's Day. Go ahead and cut it back even a little bit shorter than this, because you're going to have a lot of bush already by Mother's Day, and it's going to have some buds on it about like this. Cut it all the way back. Just take a scissors and trim it back all the way. Then about July 4th, go ahead and do it again. That way that's going to encourage the plant to bloom in the fall as it's supposed to. It will bloom in the middle spring, early summer. Right now you'll see some blooming because people haven't cut them back. So you want to make sure that you do that earlier in the year.